Welcome back to the Productive Not Busy podcast with me, Wayne Weathersby. We are addressing the needs of business owners and salespeople all over the world, planting the seeds for a secure future. Remember, mindset, action, attitude, approach, all of that matters, and we can help you with that. Remember, you want to develop a dominating team of employees, and you want to do a business that is both fun and profitable. Well, we can help you with that. Customers have high expectations. With our help, we can put you on the path to taking your business to the next level. We can evaluate the 3 Ps that make the difference between being successful or just getting by in your business. That's people, process, and procedures. So give yourself the best odds of being successful, and let's make this happen. And here we go. Welcome back, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon, Central Florida. Today we are going to talk about how to build the foundation of your business with very, very precise processes on how to get the right people in your organization. See, as your business grows, you're going to find that your organization is going to start shifting and changing and building orders to accommodate the growth, right? This is where people come into play. Designing new systems to spur progress will demand that your team be composed of the top talent who excel in their top 20%. You select top talent using what we call a 30-60-90. 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days expectations. You will empower top talent to quickly achieve their goals. And as they do, your team will grow in its ability to redesign and strengthen. And then the systems will take your business to the next level. So prior to using this process, if you had a role to hire for, you just found a person to fit the role. And yet at this point, there's no guarantee that that person can even do the job. And this is where your organization is put to the test. See, you get a person, you bring them in, you've got a role, you've got the person, you've got the perfect fit in the middle. And then the wild card is, can they even do the job? And using this process, this will ensure that the individual and the talent and the role will all combine to make things easy and successful. See, this process enables you to select the best talent. So now with the 30-60-90, you will ensure that you've made the right choice with someone who can prove mastery of their 20% in their first 3 months. After several years of consistently meeting goals, your talented hire will make significant difference, I promise, delivering results that align with your business and your business's goals. And at that time, they will have earned the right to a fresh opportunity. At that point is when you will achieve freedom from, are you working for your business or is it working for you? And this also comes from success through others. So the 30-60-90 visioning is about the candidate. There's 4 steps to this career vision process. And your focus is on the candidate. And here are the 4 steps of the process. First is screening. Determine if they appear to have the knowledge, skills, and the track record. Personality and culture go forward in this process as well. Number 2 is the interview. Objectively evaluate the candidate through a series of powerful, in-depth interviews and a skills assessment if necessary. Number 3, the perspective. Learn about the candidate from others. And number 4, commitment. Set your future employee up for success from their very first day by presenting the offer within a context of mutual expectations, not goals. Expectations have consequences. The person you have hired has the potential to significantly impact your business and its opportunities, both positively and negatively. So at each step of the process, you've got to be careful to consider each candidate and measure what you've uncovered against the vision for your business. In this process, you will have revealed a fuller picture of the candidate, their knowledge, their skills, their behavior, their thinking, their culture, and their track record. In this process, the vision is about the candidate. The steps of the 30, 60, 90 are about you, your preparation, expectations, your communication, and your leadership. Once you've made the hire, it's your responsibility to set them up with the process that they need for success in their first 30, 60, and 90 days. Remember, this is a process. It's not a menu. You can't pick and choose a little bit. You have to do the whole process. You have to complete the pre-work. You have to set the expectations. You have to evaluate talent in the first 90 days, and then you have to ensure ongoing alignment. See, the 30, 60, 90 is a very powerful 4-step process that requires you to slow down, prepare, pay attention, and proactively make decisions about your new hire. See, when you commit fully to your new hire's process in the 30, 60, 90, you will commit fully to the success of your business. So I'm going to break these down into the 4 steps. The first step is complete your pre-work. You're going to want to identify the goals and expectations for the 20% of the activities that will propel your new hire to success, and plan the training necessary for these activities. Remember, being exposed to coaching and training and actually being trained and coached is a difference. Step 2, set the expectations. Clearly communicate to your new hire that they are only being hired for 30 days at a time, and present the SMART goals in their 20% that you expect them to accomplish. Number 3, evaluate talent in the first 90 days. Consistently measure the results of their activities and provide feedback to the prospect so that your new hire is able to meet expectations or understand why they are not the right fit. It's all about the communication. And step 4, ensure ongoing alignment. If there's a sufficient evidence of talent to continue doing business beyond 90 days, the 30, 60, 90 will set you up with the tools and the process you need to ensure your employees' continued alignment with your goals and expectations for years to come. Remember that you are only hiring for 30 days at a time, and you will critically evaluate whether to hire as a fit at the end of each 30-day interval. Your mindset, though, is calibrated to set them up for success. So you've selected the person you believe will make a positive impact on your business. Now, go empower them to do so. In the first 90 days with your new hire, you have the unique opportunity to build the foundation for a lasting, long relationship that is based on achieving fully aligned business goals and expectations. See, in the first 90 days, you can verify that you've uncovered what you've uncovered in the hiring process. You can lead your new hire to build success habits. Identify whether or not they will even own the 20% that it takes to get to the next level. Repeatedly evaluate how they perform against goals and expectations with the 4 conversations of the Career Growth Initiative and the Growth Initiative. Appraise their actions when they are faced with challenges. Assess how they engage in all aspects of the 90 days as it pertains to their role. The first 90 days are also unique in that you can easily prepare your new hire for a 30-day hiring cycle. If they are not the right fit, you can quickly get out of business and avoid a misalignment that will only magnify over time. You can't cover it up and sweep it under the rug. Think about a time when you entered into a relationship and you knew it just wasn't going to work. How did you know? And what were the signs? See, in the first 90 days with a new hire, as you're prepared for success, your initial support and supervision will be at a high point. As your new hire hits milestones and masters their 20% through training, your support and supervision can kind of back off and decrease a little bit. Through achievement, they will earn the right to own the job. Think of the process of sort of like teaching a child to ride a bicycle. When the child is new to the bike, you provide the training wheels, the first-hand guidance, and plenty of support. As the child grows more comfortable and demonstrates that they have the skills to operate the bike safely, you kind of remove and back off the training wheels while still providing a little bit of supervision. And then when the child has enough practice on 2 wheels and they have proven themselves to be independent, they earn the right to ride on their own with no help. Giving your new team member a clear path to success is your responsibility. Whether you're hiring your first admin, onboarding a new salesperson, marketing people, even a janitor. Adding a new employee is important, and the 30-60-90 plan works equally for all types of hires. When it comes to new hires, we're evaluating whether to continue business with them at the end of each 30-day cycle for the first 90 days of the job. So for new recruits, we're looking at how we can best support them in getting into production or doing their expected roles 30 days at a time. By focusing on what we need to do to lead our people to success is our role within the first 90 days. We're enabling the ongoing success by pulling this off with the right mindset and attitude. When we enable our new hires to be successful, we lay the groundwork for goal-oriented, expectation-meeting business relationship. So, what does the first day say? It's your first day at a new job. You walk into the office and you find your supervisor. She walks you around and introduces you to the team, and then she hands you a list of training videos that she'd like you to watch online. She says, hey, that's got a lot going on in there, but she will be sure to check in on you and your progress in the coming weeks. Now, that's not necessarily the best way to do it. It's your first day on the job. Your supervisor greets you first thing when you arrive at that morning. Based on the conversations we've had leading up to today and the requirements of the role that you have agreed to be hired for, I've come up with a plan to help you succeed. And then you're handed a set of goals and expectations in a training plan that clearly specifies what will be expected of you in the days and weeks ahead. So, which one of those two scenarios do you feel most comfortable about your new job? Remember, it's about clear expectations. Okay, so how do we pull this off? Well, we start with step one. A purposeful 30-60-90 process ensures that you hire the best talent. Following that plan ensures that your new hire masters their 20% and proves their value. This requires a little preparation before the hire starts the job. We refer to this as the pre-work. Completing the pre-work is step one of the 30-60-90 process. There are 3 parts to step one. Define your goals and expectation in the hire's first 20% of their job. In other words, what you want them to master. The 20% of their total role needs to be masterful in order for them to own the other 80%. Build a training plan to support your candidate in achieving those goals, and identify an accountability partner to help you with the 30-60-90 process. As soon as you recognize that your need for talent and build your job profile in the career visioning process, you can start defining goals for your new hires 20% in their first 30-60-90 days in the business. If you do not already complete the expectations conversation and the commitment step of the vision, you need to do it as soon as possible before the hire's first day on the job. Our job is to hire talent and to ensure they are hitting goals. The career visioning process helped us identify talent. Now it's time for us to focus on the goals and expectations. The quality of our results is tied to the quality of our goals. That's why when you develop your new team members 30-60-90, it's important to focus on what each goal is and how you will measure that person's achievement on it. So work on identifying targets that will facilitate the new hires process and success in the role on your team and your organization. These targets are called SMART expectations, a set of criteria that is believed to be developed in order to make it easier to have accountability on both sides. Each goal specifically defines what the hire is going to do. Measurable in its establishment, concrete criteria of measuring progress towards the attainment of the goal. And then make it achievable. Achievable expectations should be challenging, but a match of the knowledge and skills of the team member. Make it repeatable. Once achieved, results can be replicated to drive the team, department, organization forward, and then make it timely. A commitment to a deadline that helps both you and the team focus on their efforts on an urgent task, i.e., the acronym SMART. A good example of a SMART expectation is maybe for a salesperson to get 2 appointments a day, 10 per week, 40 per month. This goal meets all the SMART criteria. It's specific, measurable, achievable, repeatable, and timely. That way you have measurable results that you can coach and train on. So with this, you're going to want to take the job description and the role that you're hiring for. You're going to hire and interview based off of the criteria that we talked about earlier. And then you're going to develop a 30, 60, 90, which is measurable, attainable expectations of the job. Milestones that they're going to reach the first 30 days, that then you can sit down and reevaluate and look. If they've not been able to meet those expectations, then you're at a crossroads. If they master them, then you move on to the 60 days, where you add the 30 days plus the 60 days expectations to their role. At the end of the next 30 days, you're going to address and have a meeting with them and review. And if you're both comfortable moving forward, then you move on to the 90s. This gives you 3 30-day increments to figure out if this is the right person for the organization. Too many times I see people just hire a body. And another problem I see is that a lot of times business owners will allow a manager to be in control of the coaching and the training. And the old saying is, just because you're a great salesperson doesn't make you a great manager, just like a great manager doesn't make a great coach or a trainer. You have to be an expert in identifying what is each person's love language and setting the right expectations that will move your organization forward. We're going to touch on this a little bit more in the next couple of episodes. Thank you so much for listening. If you would, you can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, Audible, Podcast One, and anywhere else that you listen to your podcast. We would greatly appreciate if you would hit the subscribe button, and it would be even more amazing if you could support us on our page here with a small donation so we can keep the podcast going. Thank you so much for listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast with Wayne Weathersby. You guys have a great day, and remember, sell a bunch.